The bigger they are, the harder they fall. At least that's the case with what was one of our highest ranked teams in the league. Team Kama, now suffering their 5th loss in a row, has now gone from top of the table and kings of our ladder to now sitting at 9th and not even in the playoff picture. Let's turn back the clocks to earlier this season, where in our Call of Duty draft, Kama said himself that it didn't matter who he got on his team, he would 1v2 the rest of the league if he had to.
Respectfully, I think I'm the best player in here. I think I 1v2 like a lot of rounds.
Backing that fiery comment up, starting out the season with 7 straight wins. With a 9-1 overall start to the season and a number 1 spot, Team Kama looked like a lock for playoffs and honestly a favorable pick to win the whole damn thing. Fast forward just a few short weeks later to today, and Kama has been handed their 5th straight loss that has given them a 9-6 record, which places them at 9th currently in our table and outside looking in on the playoff picture. Ouch. Taking a closer look at their losses though, there may be a small light at the end of what is seeming like a very long dark tunnel for Team Kama. 2 losses to Gusify and 1 loss to I Believe aren't necessarily bad losses, as both of these teams do hold top 3 spots in our ladder. I do have some slight worries about the way they are losing, however, as in this 5-game skid, you have only put more than 3 rounds on the board once, and that was against Flanked. There is one more saving grace for Team Kama in the fact that we use a King of the Hill ladder system, so they will get a few more opportunities before the end of the season to punch their ticket and steal a playoff spot away. Again, however, if you're not able to find wins against the top of the table teams, this could make seeding going into playoffs very difficult for you and set yourself up with a tough round 1 matchup. But Stakers, I know that you're probably wondering right now, what happened to Team Kama? How could a team that was so well off towards the start of the season have such a big fall off right before playoffs? Well, I think the first reason could be a style of play issue. Kama's duo on race keys being very chow heavy leaves him needing a lot of guidance and direction as far as fundamental play, which could hinder Kama's ability to move freely on the map. The second reasoning is the fact that Team Kama have just not had a lot of success on the new maps, specifically Dealership and Grind. Regardless of them being new though, you are going to need a very vast map pool if you want to be able to take on the top of the top. Lastly, we have to look at the level of competition throughout the season. Many teams such as Glowcent, Intex, and Desmond have really picked it up through the middle part of the season and are starting to look like some complete duos. With almost a league-wide level rise in play, it seems to kind of left Team Kama in the dust a little bit and asking a few questions. So Stakers, what do we think? Is Kama gonna dig themselves out of this 5-game hole and secure themselves a playoff spot, or is one of the best teams in the league going to miss out on the postseason?